What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with a preview for the first weekly reset of episode Heresy. So this will be for the weekly reset dropping February 11th. We'll round up what we know about content for the episode this week, how some of that stuff will change the continuation of the episode's sort of main story and progression in general. Additionally, we'll speak about some changes that Bungie are hoping to implement this week. Of course, we're also going to see the return of trials, and then otherwise we'll round up playlists, rewards, a couple of updates from Bungie, and a handful of other items in the video. So, as always guys, if you enjoy this one and find it useful, a rating below really does help us out. But without further delay, let's get into it. And so starting out, we'll see the continuation of episode Heresy. Exactly how this will pan out isn't entirely clear yet. Of course, there will be story progression, so I think we're going to get a couple of story missions, and without going into spoiler territory, there are some sort of side quests that the main quest thread refers to this episode that we'll have to get done. So looks like that will probably unlock this week. And otherwise, in terms of the Nether and how the Dreadnaught may change, or that activity may feature different encounters and things like that, we're not 100% sure just yet, so we'll have to check that out on the weekly reset. We do, however, have the seasonal challenges for the week. So first, there's Echoed Warnings Part 2. That's to complete Act 1, Part 2 of the main story quest. Of course, Bungie have returned to sort of weekly story quest steps, so it'd be interesting to see how that pans out. Otherwise, there's Heretical Arsenal to defeat combatants with machine gun final blows, and bonus progress this episode is granted from Heresy activities or by defeating Guardians, and this challenge offers a special Masterwork reward with an additional origin trait, so essentially it will give us a shiny version of the Watchful Eye machine gun from the episode set, and that will have the episode trait and the one from Kingsfall, so that's pretty cool. Otherwise, there is Sigil Cracker to destroy sigil stones that drop from defeated combatants around the system to purge the written words of the deep, then Focused Scriptures to earn focus rewards from the boosted Tome of One. On top of that, we should get another one of these Curio of the 9 items that we're not 100% sure what they do just yet, but that will come from Frozen Weave to defeat combatants with strand or stasis damage in the Nether, and we get bonus progress when empowered by one of the following boons. So it includes Herald of the Deep, Paracausal Siphon, and Finishing Strand. But the last challenge for the week is Large Arms Soulfire to defeat targets with machine guns or grenade launchers, and we get extra progress granted in the Heresy activities or defeating Guardians in the Crucible. So that's everything we know about the Heresy content for this week, but I'm sure it'll be interesting nonetheless. And of course, up here at Rulk's Pyramid Ship, Sunder Doctrine will reset for the week, so contest mode is over. And for folks who haven't done contest, of course that means renewed chances at the exotic and a refresh for the rest of the rewards. Also, it appears that the quest for the catalyst for the exotic was sort of locked out in one of the early stages, so the assumption is that that quest will be able to be continued this week. Either way, good luck on the hunt on that front. Otherwise, if you're still after Pinnacles, for the Pale Heart, the co-op missions that are featured will still drop Pinnacles. On top of that, we can still get Pinnacle drops from Excision, although Salvation's Edge is no longer featured, but there are a couple of bits of power progress we can make there. The same can be said for all of the playlists, of course. We don't know about Crucible rotations this week, other than the fact that Trials will return on Friday for the first time in the episode, and of course it's been updated in terms of rewards, armor, and actual flawless drops. I'll link a video down below if you want to check out those changes, but otherwise I'll keep you posted on word regarding Trials through the week. Being a little bit early in the season though, it's kind of going to be interesting with some of the playlist stuff. So in terms of the Nightfall, Braytech suggests we're going to get Heist Battleground on Mars. Otherwise, we don't know what the weapon drop will be, as there is a completely new rotation. But otherwise, there are a couple of new weapons that are being introduced into the Nightfall pool. We've got the new Void rocket-assisted sidearm and the return of Palindrome, so it'll be interesting to see if one of those is featured this week. Otherwise, for the exotic mission this week, we should see Operation Seraph Shield, where we can pick up the Revision 0. That will, as always, have a Pinnacle drop associated with it if you want to pick that up. Also keep in mind renewed chances at the Vault of Glass weapons and the red borders from that raid, although it won't be featured this week. The only featured rotation we can currently see for raids and dungeons includes Deepstone Crypt and Root of Nightmares for the featured raids, and then Prophecy and Ghosts of the Deep for the dungeons. Although we'll have to make sure Bungie haven't made any changes to that rotation with the new episode. Over in Eternity though, for Dares of Eternity this week, we should see Rotation 3 loot drops, so that includes the Scatterhorn and Lightkin armor sets, as well as a bunch of weapons from Season of the Splicer and some world drops from Forsaken. Otherwise, we can only see the data for Lost Sectors for part of this week, as the full rotation hasn't been revealed, but from February 15th, we'll get Aphelion's Rest, The 16th will be Chamber of Starlight, and February 17th will be Hydroponics Delta, but in 3 or 4 days we will know the full rotation for Lost Sectors. Only other mention for the moment would be the Ascendant Challenge in the Dreaming City, and this week it will be Ouroborea, which can be found via Aphelion's Rest in the Strand, so pretty easy to get to, but I'll run a location clip at the end of this video. And for the moment, guys, that is everything that we have to break down in this one. So, as always, I hope you found it useful. If you have, a rating below very much helps us on the channel. Also, get subscribed and I can keep you up to date with everything related to Destiny 2. I'll also keep you posted on news and updates regarding the reset, featured content, trials, and a bunch of other items this week. Bungie had said they were hoping to get a patch with some fixes for early episode issues, so I'll keep you up to date on that when we get the details. But otherwise, I appreciate you tuning in, and whatever you get up to, I hope you guys have an awesome day.